What is going on, guys? My name is Matt and welcome back to your daily GTA Online tips, news, info and more. Today we're going to be talking about the Assassination and Flight School missions that are coming to GTA Online very soon. If you didn't know already, a ton of code has been leaked online. I'll post that on the screen now and a link will be in the description also. But a ton of code has been leaked online showing the Flight School missions and the Assassination missions kind of in progress in code. It was back from the 1.09 patch, so you know it's quite a few patches ago, but this does look like legit code, and clearly Rockstar do have something up their sleeves. I do believe they are planning the release of a new DLC, because if you do go look on the Rockstar newswire every so often, they do post some kind of weird hints at things, hints at new DLC at the end of each post they do. I'll show you one on screen now just to give you an example, but there are lots of them and they do post them quite regularly. So if we just quickly take a look at some of this code, then we'll be able to see, and I'll give you a bit of a run through about what each thing is about. So as we can see on screen now, the DLC Assassin DLC, this looks to be the code. So you've got police, retrieve, cable car, general, subway, drugs, helicopter, barber, street, vineyard, hunter and skydive. At first when I thought I was looking at this and it said DLC Assassin Hunter, I was thinking maybe the Hunter helicopter, but I don't know. Obviously you do have the other helicopter up there. Mr. James Geary was doing a video and some other people were doing a video on this as well, and they seemed to have thought it was where the area is that you'd be doing the assassination, which, you know, could somewhat work in the fact that you could be assassinating a police officer. You could be on a cable car and, you know, having to shoot someone while it's moving or something. You could be on a subway and you have to assassinate someone on the subway. You could be dangling down from a helicopter and, you know, trying to shoot someone from a helicopter. Or you could be assassinating someone in the middle of a skydive, which would be pretty epic. I don't know, but I personally thought maybe the Hunter and the helicopter were new vehicles that are part of this DLC. That's just my first thought on it. I could be wrong. I most likely am wrong. It does seem quite logical for this to be the places and the scenarios where these assassinations happen. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll be sure to reply to you. So then if we scroll down the page, you'll see some more code, and this code seems to be what the page is describing as leaderboards. This is implying that Rockstar has implemented a leaderboard system for each of these assassinations, which would be quite logical, to be fair. So if we do look at this code here, then we can see stuff like accuracy, score, best time, passes, bullets fired, kills, headshots, damage, car damage, max speed, innocents killed, all this different types of stuff. You got special ability time, which, you know, all seems to be quite logical to the actual game and things that they might want to record. And there are these mission stats for every single one of the scenarios that we mentioned before, such as cable car, vineyard, helicopter, hunter, all these different scenarios. There's a load of code for each single one that, you know, just gives more and more clues about what could possibly be inside, what they could possibly offer in the game. So make sure you do go check this page out. It looks really legit and quite interesting. Obviously I spent a lot of time looking over this, but I'm not going to mention it in the video now, as the video would be quite long. We're talking half an hour plus if I was to mention it all. But moving on, right at the end of the page, the person posting the article says about the flight school missions, and says that they're all the same stats, so like all the code is the same for each one of the scenarios, but they've got different names. So you've got like outside loop, follow leader, moving landing, collect flags, engine failure, chase parachute, ground level, shooting range, city landing and formation flight. So obviously these appear to be the actual scenarios of what you do in the flight school. Like for the normal flight school you had take off, you know, do some barrel rolls and stuff. So for the original ones it would be like flight school, barrel roll. Obviously these are the new scenarios. They do seem quite interesting. I was hoping for something a bit more interesting. I was hoping maybe like you could use the 747 in some of the flight school missions, but it does look like from these that they won't be using the 747 at all. I could be wrong, it doesn't really show much, but there doesn't really anything point towards it like that. It doesn't say anything like commercial flights or anything like that. So I don't know. This DLC has a lot to offer potentially, and you know, hopefully we do get to see this sometime soon, and it is all legit. But this has been pretty much all the news. Like I said, all the links will be in the description down below, so you can go check it out. There is also one more thing I want to talk about before we do end this video, so let's get on to that now. Right, finally, according to this website, which I will link in the description as always, it shows a ton of DLC for all the different consoles, such as Wii U, PC, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, all these different games consoles. And it kind of shows all the DLC that's expected to come out. So like I said, March 4th you're going to have the business pack, which obviously we did get for GTA 5, and it does say this. It talks about all the different DLCs for different types of games, such as Dead Rising 3, Bioshock Infinite, Diablo 3, Battlefield 4, Forza 5, all these different types of games, and it shows all the DLC. Now the funny thing is, some of them have got dates, some of them don't. It appears that the ones up to now have dates, and the ones that aren't actually out yet don't have dates. But it does say towards the bottom, GTA 5 Assassination and GTA 5 Flight School for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 will both be free, and they will come out in March. Obviously I was watching Mr. James Gear's video before. He is a really good source for GTA news, so go check him out if you can. But he says, you know, and he kind of made a valid point that most DLCs for Xbox do come out on a Tuesday, and this is the last Tuesday of the month of March, so why the DLC can come out in March, I don't know. So, you know, this just kind of shows you what DLCs might be coming out. I don't know. I'll obviously leave a link down in the description. You can make whatever you want of it. And as Jeremy Clarkson would say, on that bombshell, it's time to end. I've been Matt. If you did like this video, then make sure you go leave a like down below. If you didn't like this video, make sure you leave a dislike. Really helpful to me either way. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It's a really big help. I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so your subscription will be more than helpful. While you're at it, go follow me on Twitter as well. I post a load of gaming news. I retweet a load of gaming news. I'm literally on my Twitter account all day, throughout college, throughout the night. I stay up till like 4 o'clock just retweeting and tweeting gaming news. So make sure you go follow me on Twitter. That is the central gaming news for my channel. The big gaming news obviously makes it to the channel, but the small gaming news stays on Twitter. Like I said before, I've been Matt, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.